Black Friday in Central New York. We have a great ACC volleyball match. The number 3 Pitt Panthers playing Syracuse and currently have a 2-0 lead in the match. Hello, welcome back in. Griffin Della Penna here alongside Luke Burgess. And Luke, it's been domination offensively so far for Pitt.
It really has, and they're overpowering this SU team at the moment, who is trying to pick up one ACC win before the season ends. Unfortunately, not a great end of the season for them with the number 3 team in the country coming to town.
So we've mentioned a few different times that with a win today, Pitt can actually clinch at least a share of the ACC regular season title. We'll look at some of the other scores around the ACC, and the big one is actually tomorrow, even though that rivalry down in Chapel Hill went the way of the Tar Heels.
Well, I would have to assume that Pitt will probably be staying the night in the 315 tonight. They'll probably have their eyes on that Notre Dame-Florida State game tomorrow on the bus back home. I mean, you're competing for regular season title for the ACC. I mean, the goal is obviously the national championship, but that Florida State game, that's a big game for them. They want to solidify their spot at the top of this conference going into postseason play.
Pitt still needs to take care of business today. When you look at these 2 sets and how they've went thus far, it has been a lot of Pitt, but still some bright spots for SU offensively, just trying to get the job done.
There have been bright spots, and they've mostly come when the team has stayed in system. When they have had those plays that have got them out of system, that's where they struggle, because when it comes down to a ball that's bouncing around a little bit haphazardly, the talent is going to overwhelm them. But if they can stay within themselves, I think they could bring a set back. It's definitely possible. They've done it against teams this year, and good teams at that.
Well, Pitt jumped out to a 1-0 lead off the play of freshman Olivia Babcock. Just graduated from Sierra Canyon High School, and she had 4 straight service aces in the opener, and then was doing her thing also offensively with an additional 4 kills.
Yeah, she was, and it's what she does every single night, so there's really no surprises there. But Babcock, she struggled a little bit in that second set. Didn't look quite as comfortable. Had several service errors going towards the beginning of that set. So I'm sure for her, she's going to want to recollect herself, because this is the last time she's going to play a game where the stakes aren't the highest that they can be.
All of those service aces coming in the opener for Pitt, still hitting over 54%. A lot more kills, and Syracuse still in the positives. Doing a good job with the block as well, at least getting some tips, deflections, making things easier for the back row player.
They are blocking well. I think the story at the moment is that Pitt is just blocking better. We already talked about how they're one of the best blocking teams in the country. Olivia Babcock, as you see on your screen right now, has 1 block so far. I'm sure she wants to up that total a little bit in the final set. So it can be dangerous when you're playing a team that is this good, but also maybe has a little bit of motivation in the sense of Babcock trying to bounce back from that last set.
Olivia Babcock against Miami 2 days ago, 3 sets, 15 kills, and 25 attempts. And when I talked to Coach Dan Fisher about her and how rare it is for a freshman to be as dominant as she had, he told me it was shocking. She's been so consistent and was maybe a high error player when he scouted her, but how efficient she is the real key for Babcock being such a great player, and it's almost like I drew that one up as she gets the opening kill in the 3rd set.
Yeah, just 4 away now from 350 kills on the season, and it really is that consistency that's so impressive, because I think you see plenty of high school players all around the country that have, you know, an endless amount of talent, but she does it every single night, which is what, as you mentioned, Fisher is so impressed with this season. And I mean, this is just her freshman year. Like, she's got 3 more of these, and she's only going to keep getting better.
Dylan Griffin, 7 service aces on the year. How about we make it 8?
Yeah, that's a bit of a sloppy play from SU there. You may have to make sure that you're positioned correctly when that serve's coming over, and quickly breaks down. And yeah, there you go. They're really playing to your notes so far in this final set.
They're listening to me. Maybe it's the research I do. I don't know, but might have to go to the casino if I keep it up like this. 2-0 lead to open things up for Pitt. Another knuckler. Received well by Schlichter. Left hand hit by Harris-Waddy. Babcock. Mueller near side. Brooking. Brooking thought that she got a tip. She does. Melina Brooking, small in stature at 5'7", but her first kill of the match.
Yeah, she breaks in. A sophomore who had 12 digs. Mainly, that's what she mainly goes for. Has 85 on the year. 4 blocks, but she goes up, working around. Another player playing out of position, as we've talked about so often, but making it happen off the block.
Now she sends it over. Near side, Stafford dug out by Brooking. Bump set by Liedermuller, back row hit by Searzan. Going for a spill was in the back row, and Olivia Babcock already 2 kills in the early going.
That just goes back to what we saw in the first set, where she is overpowering her opponents. We'll see it again one more time, and it's that top spin that is so deadly. I mean, you see that ball is almost knuckling when it's set, as it should be, and then she just puts so much spin on that ball along with the velocity. It's nothing you can do on the defensive end.
Now we get to see her serve, probably my favorite thing, and ooh, that one was really close.
Yeah,
I don't have the greatest view from here, but still, that one about as close as you can.
I thought that was on the line when I saw it with my eyes. I would not be surprised if they say something, but it looks like we're gonna play on.
Thinking about maybe pulling out the challenge card. Coach Fisher decides not to, and now he can with Harris-Waddy. Hard hit by Stafford and went through the middle, almost too much of a gap between Searzan and McCabe.
Yeah, these 2 freshmen are so overwhelming. Stafford, another All-American in high school, named to the Under Armour All-American team, and translated that success so well to the collegiate level. I think that's something in all sports that you see athletes struggle with, but not so much on this Pitt squad.
Seed by Burt. Schlichter. One-hand save by Klicka. Her 6th dig already, and that leads to instant offense, but Brooking putting on a display. Near side, Pitt gets the point anyway. Nice kill by Blair Bayless, another freshman for this Panther team.
Power, power, and more power. It goes down, they smack it. I mean, it's an incredibly hard hit, and then it comes back across. They get reset so quickly, and then just another high velocity hit that gets the job done.
Blair Bayless has only played 28 sets now on this season. Still has done fairly well offensively from Plano, Texas. Smelled out by Searzan. Schlichter again, cross court. Great awareness to really turn her body around and register the kill.
That's so hard because you're going against all your momentum, and you expose Blair Bayless on that far side. Number 8, who you mentioned a moment ago, and unfortunately for the Panthers, Klicka can't get up fast enough.
It almost got sucked in too far. Dug out again. Nice hit by Kat Flood. Straight down and, well, making up for maybe her defensive error, Blair Bayless. I would just love to just watch a practice for Pitt. Everybody hit and see how beautiful in motion that can be.
I mean, you mentioned 27 sets played so far for Bayless this year, but she's done really well when she has played, averaging over 1.5 kills per set, and her best performance this year, 8 kills against Syracuse.
And some other players involved before the NCAA tournament. Flood in the back row. Another hit for Stafford is now she has 7, tied up with her freshman teammate Olivia Babcock, but still awaiting the redshirt senior in Valeria Vasquez-Gomez with 8. It's a pretty good trio though at the top, having 8, 7, and 7. Good distribution. You're not just going to one sole player on the pin. Liedermuller on the slide, blocked and out. Syracuse registers another point, making it a 3-point game.
Keeping things close in this 3rd set. That was not something that they did last time these 2 teams clashed. I mentioned it earlier in the broadcast, but just 2 more points and they'll actually equate their total from that final set in Pittsburgh.
Schlichter gives Stafford some trouble, still in system near side, and 3rd kill in this sequence, really, for Bayless.
Yeah, Bayless has that great length, and you know, as a freshman on a team that has seen so many freshmen feature as the star players, I mean, she stands at 6'2". She would be the 2nd tallest player on SU's squad.
Akeo back in for Pitt. Set was off the mark, does a little bit of plinko and finds the middle of the court. So another kill for Lauren McCabe, trying to make her impact felt with a team high 6 kills in 12 tries.
She has made her impact felt in this one, and once again, a nice heads-up play. Not an incredibly organized set that, or point there, and she recovers nicely.
Alyssa Burt already 8 digs as Syracuse's libero. Oh my goodness. We have seen Olivia Babcock fly through the heavens continuously. That might be the best one.
Yeah, she gets up there so fast and so high as well. I mean, it's as impressive to watch as almost anything in athletics, to be quite honest with you. The way that has so much power so quickly.
Long set for Liedermuller, and another block. In the middle, Emma Monks with the rejection.
Babcock in there with that block as well. They combine and, you know, doing it all at the moment. That's what good players do. And goes over to that right side. They get so quick. She uses that left hand as a right-handed player.
Served by Logan Mosley, long run. Lena Brooking, the intended target again, and just showing the limited options that Syracuse has right now when you're continuing to set a 5-7 player in Power Alley. And an early timeout for Syracuse, an 11-5 game. As all things are going right for the #3 team in the country, we'll step aside here on ACC Network Extra. Don't go anywhere.